Today I'm here with Dan from Creator Fundamentals. He started his YouTube channel on his phone, and today he has over 16,000 subscribers. Dan, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Great to be here.
Can you give some tips on how you got started on your phone and how they can grow their channel?
Absolutely. So, like you said, I started my channel on my mobile phone. I did my first 100 videos just using my phone, and I focused on trying to make small improvements over time. Now, with the mobile phone, like I said, for that entire 100 videos, I wasn't going out and buying expensive equipment. I was just finding ways to improve the quality, but more importantly, I was making videos. You don't want to get caught up in the idea that, hey, all I have is a phone, or I don't have a DSLR. You just want to make sure that you're making videos and doing it on a consistent basis. When I started, I was doing 3 videos a week, trying to get some content out there, because in my particular example, I started a channel on how to grow on YouTube, obviously from zero. So I wanted to get a lot of content out there that was helpful to people to kind of grow the channel's authority. So consistency is certainly a key to that. Finding a schedule that you can actually work with. A lot of people go out and they hit the ground running and they want to grow really quickly, and then they burn out in a short period of time. So in my case, it was all about finding a schedule that I could work with and then keep making videos. In terms of the actual phone itself, again, focusing on those changes over time. When I first started making videos, to compensate for the fact that I had just the phone, I found myself actually screaming into the camera to actually have the audio picked up. So one of the things that I did early was get an external mic so I could bring the mic closer to me while still using the phone, of course, and get that higher quality and not have to be screaming in the faces of people watching my channel.
I don't think I mentioned this, but you gained 16,000 subscribers in a single year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that by itself is amazing, right? And the first 100 videos were on your phone.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, and it doesn't matter, Android, iPhone, doesn't matter.
Right.
The important thing is that you just make the content and you start going, right?
Right, and then yeah, I mean, depending on what phone you have, there may be, obviously every phone is different, every camera is different. It's just a matter of working with what you have and trying to make adjustments to improve quality. Yes. So you upload that first video and you realize the lighting's not that well because maybe the camera's not the best, so you find ways to improve the lighting. Maybe that means mixing in a little natural lighting. You can do that simply by putting your phone in front of the window and using that natural lighting behind it, or just doing simple things like understanding the importance of lighting and making sure you don't have a big bright light behind you so you're filming dark, in a dark situation. Another thing that I learned, obviously, was trying to keep the phone stable. If you're using perhaps a lesser quality camera, you definitely want to make sure that you're not shaking it all around. You don't want to make your viewers seasick or anything like that. One of the ways that I did that was buying a very affordable tripod. In fact, Amazon Basics has a really cool one. I think it costs like $16, and it works wonders for creating that stability that you need. A tip on that is to actually set it up a little bit above eye level. You obviously look like you're looking directly at the camera. You don't want, be looking down or off to the side or everything. Center it up and make sure so you're actually looking at the lens. That's another really important step. A lot of people, I know what I did.
They look at the viewfinder,
exactly.
And then it comes back and it's like, it doesn't look right.
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 Yeah, and a lot of the cameras now, I mean, I've certainly seen people do this where they think that they need to use the rear-facing camera because it's a higher quality, but those first 100 videos were all done with the front-facing camera so I could see myself.
It was good enough.
Yeah. Yes.
Good enough.
Yeah. They're still decent quality, and obviously when you're doing that, you have that big bright screen with your face on it. You want to make sure that you're looking at the lens and not at your picture, because looking at the lens now, you can see there's eye contact. You're creating an interaction with the audience. But if I'm sitting over here and talking to you guys, it creates that complete disconnect. So it's really important to look at the lens.
I'm going to throw a tip on this, actually,
sure.
Since you're talking about the lens. If you are using the front-facing camera, and this is what you have to use to get started, that's fine getting started because it's actually complicated to shoot yourself with the rear-facing camera.
Right.
That's something you got to practice to learn. But here's a little tip that I picked up. Get those little stickers that go around like paper for the binders.
Oh, yeah.
They're little hollow things. I've seen people take those and put them around their lens so they know where to look on the phone.
Right, that's
because
a great tip.
it's just a little hole for your
Exactly.
lens, right? Or put a little piece of tape or something, or
All right, when you're up there making a video, it's just you know, either a black screen or it's all lit up, and you certainly can't see the little dot that's the camera.
Exactly. So what did you do for lighting?
So when I first started making it with the phone, obviously the focus was on trying to just get started in making videos. Lighting is actually one of the first thing I spent a little bit of money on. When I first did it, I bought like a couple stand lights to use. But those turned out to be really too harsh, and it was more of a situation where I fell into the trap of actually thinking that I needed to go buy fancy lights to you know, make my content more professional. Ultimately, I ended up using a single softbox light to light my scene, and I actually use just like a table lamp off to the side to offset, you know, the shadows that it was creating. So I went really basic on lighting, but it was the first area that I put a little bit of money into just to try to improve my quality.
So Dan, you did those first 100 videos on your phone and then you upgraded.
Yep.
I say all the time, if the phone is all you have, start with your phone. That's enough. If you want to upgrade later, upgrade as you go along.
All right.
At what point and why did you upgrade?
So the way I actually went about upgrading, I had actually waited till the channel became monetized, and this was, the channel actually became monetized when it was still 10,000 views, so it started to trickle in a little bit of money. It wasn't a ton of money, but it was enough that I could save towards equipment. So what I actually did is I took the little bit of money that the channel was making, and then when Christmas rolled around, instead of asking for different gifts from everybody, I just asked them for Amazon gift cards to put towards upgraded equipment. So when Christmas rolled around, I was able to take the money that I had made from the channel, combined it with gift cards, put a little bit extra in there, and actually upgrade to a DSLR. But that was basically my process. I used the progress and the momentum that I had created with the mobile phone to be able to generate money that would allow me to upgrade equipment as I moved on.
Man, I'm right on the border of losing it. All right, ready? Oh, no. So basically...
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, for real. Here it goes, right?
Okay.
There's a link to Dan down in the description below.
You just made it worse. You should just put this in and have him do that at the end.
If we can't get it done, that's what it might have to be. Right, okay. You basically crowdsourced your gear.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant. So right now you can see an icon of Dan on the screen. If you want to learn more about him, click on that. And if you want to learn how to make better content on your phone or be a mobile YouTuber, be sure to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And I'll see you in the next video.